So this is something I'm asked a lot, and in media coverage in the U.S. And I think a lot of the strategies that we're investigating in the lab for how people can better cope with anxiety and emotions are pretty easily translated into everyday lives because they're simple. We talk about things like expressive writing having effects on the brain and people's emotions, and that's something people really can take away and use in everyday life very simply, writing down in a journal before they give a talk or before they have to compete in a meet or a football match, for instance, as well as things like speaking to yourself in different ways, using different self-talk. That's something that people can really take with them and, work with right away because they're simple. We want to make these things easy. The sort of research we're doing and translating into treatments or interventions, we want to make it as easy as possible so people can walk away with something tangible that they can use right away. And so that's what we really strive to do. I think it's great that the Nobel Prize is going to neuroscientists, and the reason I think that's important in impacting work like the work that I do is that neuroscience and those sorts of really mechanistic basic studies in the lab are getting the attention of the science community, which is important not only to kind of identifying the brain mechanisms, but also in communicating to the public that neuroscience really has an important place in daily life, in science, and so that recognition of their work for the Nobel Prize, I think, is important to move to this next generation of scientists as neuroscience in the brain as being a very important piece of science that's being done beyond the other types of science and physics and mathematics, that neuroscience and brain research has a real place in the scientific community.